Hello everyone, and let's talk about the importance of embracing the generative AI revolution. Ignoring generative AI right now mirrors dismissing the internet's impact in the 1990s. Resistance to AI adoption undermines innovation and competitiveness, whereas embracing generative AI is what will be transformative for your organization's growth and success, both from a perspective of efficiency and effectiveness. Efficiency meaning using less resources to get the same things done, and effectiveness meaning using the same resources to get more things done. And generative AI can help you be both more efficient and effective at the same time, which is great. Ignoring generative AI, however, isolates organizations, while employees, I have to tell you, I've seen leaders ignoring generative AI, and then I did focus groups with employees, and employees are using it quite extensively. So essentially, you're getting employees using generative AI while leaders are ignoring it, and you have unfocused, decentralized use of generative AI in a way that's not really optimal for the organization. Now, centralizing AI too much also fails to harness employee-driven innovation. So banning AI is bad. It stifles creativity, limits potential breakthroughs, and also people will realistically use it. Centralizing it is bad. What you want is a flexible bottom-up strategy, aligning with the organization's success, setting broad goals, aspirations, setting some broad guidelines, and then letting people innovate within those guidelines. Incentivize experimentation to discover use cases for generative AI that function well within your organization. Support user-driven innovation for making adaptability to your context. Cultivate a culture that encourages psychological safety when experimenting with generative AI, meaning the ability to take risks and make mistakes without being punished for them. Not excessive risks and not making the same mistakes, but Amy Edmondson, my friend, talks about psychological safety as that ability to know that, hey, when I take risks, I can make mistakes, I won't be punished, because otherwise, if you're not making enough mistakes, you're not doing enough new things. You're not taking enough new things, doing enough new things, and you can't do that in any industry, realistically speaking, unless you're in the most hidebound government industry, in which case you're probably not checking out this episode of the Wise Decision Maker Show. So, invest in tools and training to integrate generative AI into your daily workflows and promote and make sure that AI is used ethically through transparency and accountability. Have AI risk management in place to make sure that generative AI adoption, that you address reputational risks, that you address bias, that you address public failures, prioritize thorough testing and risk mitigation to ensure reliability, and advocate for general risk management around AI more broadly as part of your or any organizational bodies to which you belong. There does need to be some good regulation on this topic, and there has not been good regulation so far. So, let me tell you about a client case study of a mid-sized professional services firm that wanted to automate more routine tasks with generative AI tools. And employees were able to shift to focus to more creative and high-value work. So AI chatbots improved customer service efficiency, generative AI generated reports and various other tools that were helpful for customers, and generative AI boosted productivity by over 30% at that company. Now, another case study that I worked with, that I consulted for, was a Midwest insurance firm that used generative AI for risk assessment and for fraud detection. Well, it wanted to use generative AI for that. So we worked on creating predictive models to streamline claims and identify fraud more accurately. And we reduced operational costs by 15% through improved processes, and we enhanced customer satisfaction. So, resistance to AI definitely stifles progress, and adoption is what fuels success. You don't want to have too centralized approach to AI. You want to allow innovation from the bottom, and you want to provide broad guidelines and goals while supporting bottom-up experimentation to discover use cases that are optimal for your firm. Leaders must adapt to guide organizations through the generative AI revolution, and I'm confident that you can be one such leader. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Wise Decision Maker Show. Please make sure to subscribe wherever you checked out the show and leave a review. It helps others discover the show and helps us improve the show. And if you have any questions, email me at gleb, Gleb, at disasteravoidanceexperts.com.